guys, what's up and welcome back to our channel. There are several funny moments in MMA and boxing that have been caught on camera. Some of these were inappropriate and others were a total disaster. Boxing is a very serious sport, but at the same time, it can also be funny and hilarious. Let's talk about the 10 funniest moments in MMA and boxing. Number 10, referee sliding across the mat on his shoulder. We get that everyone should be passionate about what they do. The old follow your passion mantra comes to mind, and yeah, we've seen a few super passionate people in fighting sports. I'm sure you can name a few, but this one here is simply hilarious. The referee is so in love with his job that he puts on a show for the viewers by sliding across the mat on his shoulder. It's so funny to watch, and it literally requires repeated viewing. The video of this incident went viral just in seconds because it was something really new and funny in the discovery of the referee working. Number 9, hitting on the wrong place. In every legitimate male fighting sport, you know that there's a part of the body you simply shouldn't hit. I bet that it's a nightmare for every fighter to imagine being hit in their nether region. So I just wonder what that guy thought when he kicked his opponent so hard in his groin. But what happened next is hilarious. We know that we shouldn't laugh at that guy's misery, but it was simply hard not to. The opponent was in extreme pain, but the way he was crying and moving was something that made the audience laugh real badly.
Oh man, if the
Number 8, knocked out of the ring. In a game of boxing, fighters fight for more than just money. They fight for pride, and that is why being knocked down to the floor can be totally embarrassing. But when you're knocked out of the ring, that's just another level of embarrassment. Of course, when you're out of the ring, the game is over, but one of the fighters bravely gets back into the ring to salvage what is left of his pride. But it's obvious the game is over and the referee makes sure of it. But the hilarious part of this video was when the boxer fell out of the ring.
Last fight, and Rayfield suggested to Hopkins 2 possible opponents.
big right hand, he's out. Out.
Number 7, fighters knock themselves down. Still on the subject of knockdowns, we know how spectacular boxing your opponent to the floor can be. But when 2 fighters knock themselves down at the same time, it is double the spectacle sprinkled with lots of comedy. That's exactly what happened in an MMA fight when somehow 2 fighters managed to land blows on each other and fall to the canvas at the same time. Both the players knocked themselves down accidentally, and once it was done, both of them were lying on the floor for more than 3 minutes. This incident was the funniest ever to take place in an MMA fight. Number 6, hitting referee again and again. Now for a fight straight out of Charlie Chaplin's playbook. There was a video that went viral. Everyone should check it out because in that, 2 fighters were sparring in the ring. From the onset, they don't look to be too serious, but how on earth does the guy in blue keep punching the referee? No way. That fight has to be a comedy show. In the end, the referee finally decides the match has run its course and in line with the spirit of the match, of course. He does a few press-ups before awarding both fighters the win. I'd say they're all winners because this was a comedy masterclass from all 3. Not to mention the funniest moment was when the referee moved back to prevent any sort of hit, but the boxer came back and accidentally hit the referee again. Number 5, chicken dance. If the previous 3 idiots didn't leave you laughing out loud and rolling on the floor, then these guys surely will. It looks like the theme of the fight is to protect your crotch at all times. The match seems more like a chicken dance than an actual fight. For all their cautious antics, the guy in red shorts still scores a bullseye on his opponent. That must have hurt so bad. The guy in the blue shorts doesn't mind being hit in the face 100 times, but isn't ready for any sort of attack on his lower body part. The moves and stats of that man garnered so many eyes on him. That moment was so funny that God only knows what was in the mind of the boxer while performing all of those dancing stunts.
Trying to mount a comeback. Oh, spinning head kick. That was Kevin Lee.
Number 4, referee got punched. If you're a referee in a boxing match, rule number 1 is that you don't get too close to a fighter when the game is on. We're sure most professional referees know this, but in an accident, this referee forgot the golden rule and was served up with a punch. That punch was more than enough for the referee to take a deep sleep for like a week. The referee was so into the game that he didn't even maintain distance from the boxers, and in the end, got injured for his troubles, but the way in which he got injured was really funny. Number 3, boxer doing ballet dancing and gymnastics. If you're looking for a demonstration of what it means to give it all you've got, then this incident is all you need. Whatever the fighter in the white was doing was somewhere between boxing, ballet dancing, and gymnastics. For the viewers, it was just an undiluted comedy because the boxer was doing weird things to prevent himself from getting hit by his opponent. Number 2, ring girl got wrong. Of course, ring girls are aware that they're a momentary distraction from the horror that goes on in an MMA fight. But one of the ring girls took the idea too seriously as she didn't even bother to check that she was holding the board correctly. Yes, we know all eyes will be on the ring girls and not on the board, but apparently those eyes don't include the referees. It was one of the most hilarious moments because the girl was holding the board upside down and was walking with full confidence until the referee came and straightened the board.
The guy's knocked out, the fight's over in round 1. It's okay, she's ready for round 2. I consider her an optimist.
Number 1, getting into the stands. In boxing, improvisation and awareness could be everything. There was a video that went viral in which a fighter in red shorts had taken a beating from his opponent. And just when his opponent was going for the kill with a flying kick, he quickly got out of the way, leaving his opponent flying into the stands. But that's just where the comedy begins. Somehow the fight is restarted until they both knock themselves to the floor, and this was the funniest moment of this comedy fight. These were some of the hilarious moments of boxing and MMA. I know at first that you guys must have been in shock because of the same. All of these moments were out of expectations and were very funny. Do give us your thoughts on these outrageous moments in MMA and boxing in the comments section down below. And before we get out of here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I'll be catching you guys later in another video. Bye now.